Okay, hello everybody. As you can see, today's date is July 10th, 2015, and the time is exactly 4:19 p.m. Now, this is an update video. It's also an education video. Please go to Google and type in UCSD and Law Library. Are they networking gang stalking? Now, let me put my password in real fast. Because my screen locks up when I go to change applications if I don't touch the phone for a little while. Now, what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to give you some information that I might have shared before. I'm not exactly sure, but it doesn't matter because I do have, I'm sure, new viewers, and so it's good to inform them about things that they have not yet seen on the previous videos. Now, what I'm going to do right now is literally show you a snap screenshot as soon as it comes up of a title of a book. Okay, and the book is titled, you can go to Google right now and you can type this in and you'll be able to bring it up. The author of the book, her name is Jewel, Jewelkryan. This is the title of the book: Electronic Torture, Electronic Rape, Technology, and Gang Stalking at the Post Office. Written by a post employee who is being gang stalked by her supervisors and fellow employees. Okay? I'll get back to this book as the video proceeds. Now, let me get back to my videos here on, now you've clearly seen that gang stalking was mentioned in the title of the crime. Now let's take a look at this particular snap screenshot of a tweet that was made by me on Christmas Day 2014. It clearly says individuals involved, okay, in gang stalking of TTTTT, which is a code word that hides my identification. Just walked by her HA area, which stands for hiking area, and said, gang stalk, why don't you call the oh, hold on, the phone. The phone does that when you're not doing nothing in order to save battery power. Okay, hold on. So let's get back to it. Alright, so it says individuals involved in gang stalking of TTTTT just walked by her HA area. And so, let me see if I can do it this way. I don't know if Instagram will allow you to go on the side. I guess it don't. Landscape view. Okay, so it says individuals involved in gang stalking, okay, of TTTTT just walked by her HA area and said, gang stalk, why don't you call the cops and get her out of here. Now let's take a look at what time that tweet was sent. December 25th, 2015 at exactly 10:08. I think it's, crap, I gotta do it again. Hold on, just bear with me 1 second, okay everybody? Trust me on this. Okay, so let's see what time that tweet was sent. I don't have my glasses on. 10:08 a.m. Okay, on December 25th, 2014. There's the date and the time it was sent. Okay, it clearly shows me stating, let me tap the phone so it doesn't black out again. Individuals involved in gang stalking of TTTTT just walked by her HA area and said, gang stalk, why don't you call the cops on her and get her out of here. The tweet was made at 10:08 a.m. on December 25th, 2014 from San Diego, California. It's a snap screenshot of an actual tweet of a Twitter account. This is a Twitter account right here. That's my Twitter account. Now, you might say to yourself, okay, well, why is she saying this? Why is she exposing this? Well, let's take a look at some text messages that were sent to me that very day by individuals who should not have my cell phone number at all, because I've never given my cell phone number to anybody except the San Diego Police Department, UCSD Medical Center, and the Fire Department, San Diego, and Radio Shack, where I bought the phone, and they're now out of business. So let's take a look at this text message they sent me to my phone on the same date, which I can prove as well, which I will do in a second. It says, I'm sending the police to your location now for illegal lodging and trespassing. Explain that to social services when you get arrested again. It was, oh, hold on. Alright, I gotta go through the password thing again. I gotta reset that so it doesn't turn off I think it's like set for every 30 seconds. Okay, so I'll tap it when I talk. We'll do it again. I'm sending the police to your location now for illegal lodging. and trespassing. Explain that to social services when you get arrested again. Sent at 4:12 p.m. Okay? Now, everybody knows I got an Android phone. Now, everybody knows that when you get a text message, well, at least I know on these phones, when you get a text message, when you get it, all you got to do is tap the text message, and you'll get the details of who called, what time they called, and the date. So what I did was, I tapped it to get the details, which is right here. And then once I brought it up, I made a snap screenshot of that as well. Okay? There it is right there. Now you can see it's still the same message, because the message has to be brought up in order for it to be tapped for the details to come up. Okay, you can see the message in the background right there. I think the sun's on my phone right now. See? I'm sending the police to your location now for illegal lodging, okay, and trespassing, okay. Explain that to social services when you get arrested again. Now this is the phone number right here that sent it. 4:12 p.m. December 25th. And that's the phone number that sent that text message. Same date, but a later time on the date that the tweet that I sent, claiming that individuals went by. Hang on, I gotta fly on you. Okay, now you can clearly see that that's the tweet right there. I'm sending. In fact, you know what I'm even gonna do? Check this out. Well, I'm not gonna do it because it takes too long to get to it. I was gonna actually go to the actual text message, but you can see it better now that the sun's not totally on my phone and reflecting the light. You can see that that's the tweet. Okay. Oops, I accidentally hit the record button. Okay, so you can clearly see that that's the tweet, or I'm sorry, the text message. Okay, so what they basically did was they basically had individuals walk by me on Christmas Day 2015 at RR Colony 5-1, RR Colony 5, which was a hiking area. It's the code notation I used for it. Okay, and sent me this text message. Oh, I just got bit. Hang on. Okay, and sent me this text message. I'm sending the police. Okay, well I'm not gonna go ahead and regurgitate it again, but there it is. Now, I then clicked on, made a snap screenshot of it, and then eventually sent it to Instagram, and then I did a snap screenshot of when I pressed the details of the text message in order to prove the number it came from, the date and time it was sent. Now, when we go back to Instagram, hold on a second, and we look at the tweet that I made that morning, okay, clearly shows me stating that individuals walked by my HA area. Okay, oh, hold on, that's the wrong tweet. Let's see, where is it at? There it is. Clearly walked by my HA area and said, gang stalk, why don't you call the cops and get her out of here? It was made at 10:08 a.m. that morning. So this clearly shows you that these filthy, wild, red-ass whores are inducing fear that I'm going to get caught for camping, illegal lodging, and be arrested because of it. Now, you might think to yourself, why is she telling me all this? Well, hold on one more second. What I'm going to do right now is play you an audio file of an event that took place towards me, concerning me, 1 foot away from my face, on November 28th, Thanksgiving Day, 2013, on Gilman Road. Okay? Do you hear these two men say gang stalk together? Then one says gang stalking, and then that same one says gang of stalking, I'm gonna F you up. It's coming up now. Okay, now I'm going to tap it one more time, so play it again. So, now what they're doing is saying gang stalk, that they're going to kick my ass. Now, remember when I sent in that text message on Christmas Day 2014, how they said gang stalk, why don't you call the cops and get her out of here? A threat while they're saying gang stalk. Okay? Then they sent me a text message basically reconfirming it. Now, additional text messages were sent on that date, literally repeating what was mentioned in this video that I just hang on. Hold on a second. This is a segment of an audio file of an event that was caught on a tape recorder, okay, by me, concerning what was happening towards me, concerning me, okay, on a sidewalk on Gilman Road on Thanksgiving Day, 2013. Okay? Now, the tweet that I sent stating that I heard those individuals walk by my HA area, okay, and say, gang stalk, why don't you call the cops and get her out of here, okay, was another hiking area. Now, hold on a second, you understand the point I'm getting ready to make in a minute. While they're saying a threat, that they're going to call the cops. Now, one of the two men, and then they sent me a text message basically repeating the threat. Okay? Now, the two men that you hear in this audio that you just heard, one of them was directly connected to a group of men that they had propped up to hike out at the hiking area that I was staying at that time, and you know, in that calendar year on that day, where I was staying at, they propped up at least 3 or 4 men to camp out. Originally it was only going to be 30 feet away from me, but I ended up moving further away from them, okay, and about 150 feet away. Okay, they yelled gang stalk, oh my god, gang stalk weird, gang stalk crazy, suck my dick, every day, sometimes all day long, non-stop, from late November 2012 up until April of 2014 when they finally moved. One of the two men that you just hear in this right here, oh, hold on, in that Thanksgiving event, now, you clearly hear them both say gang stalk together, then one says gang stalking, and then that same one says gang is stalking, I'll F you up. A threat while they're saying gang stalk. One of those two men was directly connected to those group of 3 to 4 men that propped themselves up to hike out close to me for almost 2 full years. Absolutely. He walked by my HA area numerous times, gaslighting me with gang stalking physical gestures, and harassed me along my routes. Absolutely. Okay? Then I caught him on a later date denying it. Now, let's take a look at this. What I just have showed you so far shows you that they have gang stalked me now to 2 separate hiking areas. I was making videos all throughout the year of 2013 and 14 stating that they were propping people up at that hiking area on the sidewalk to say, gang stalk, why don't you call the cops on her? Gang stalk, why don't you come and steal her stuff? Threats while they're saying gang stalk. I also made in those videos comments about how the same the individuals that were hiking very close to me were basically regurgitating the same thing. You know, repeating it every day around me in order to keep me in a fearful mindset about what's going to happen today, what's going to happen now, what's going to happen next. Bear with me for a second, you understand what's going on here. I'm trying to prop this up so I can free my hands. The point I'm trying to make in this video, at least right now, is this. When we look at how, because all you have to do, you can go to Google in your spare time, whenever you have time, even right now if you do, just go to Google and type in every time I lift my finger up, I'm going to mention the name of a YouTube channel that you can go to Google. The best way to find these YouTube channels is to go to Google and type in the name in the way that I describe. Each time I put my finger down, okay, and then put my finger back up, that means a new name will be dictated. That way you can write these down, or you'll at least then know when the description of one ends and then a new one begins. Then go into these YouTube channels. Once you go to Google and type in the name of them, space, YouTube channel, you'll be able to bring some videos up that are dedicated to these YouTube channels and look at the videos that I made. They're probably titled along the lines of Learning Disabled Woman makes HA, Learning Disabled Woman being gang stalked makes HA prediction, Learning Disabled Woman being gang stalked at HA area or hiking area. Now these YouTube channels are as follows. Let me light a cigarette while I'm talking real fast. Okay, now, okay, you ready? The most recent YouTube channel that I've been using for like the last year is Exposing Police 1. The number 1, not O-N-E. Exposing Police 1. Okay? Exposing San Diego. Exposing SDPD. Exposing SDPD 1. Exposing SDPD 2. Exposing SDPD 3. Assault MTS. Gang stalking activist. Okay? Now, in just these YouTube channels alone, you should be able to witness indisputable proof that I was discussing at that area, okay, off of Gilman Road and Gilman Court, about what I was experiencing in the woods right off that road. I made a video every single day from late 2012 up until around the beginning of December of 2014. Okay? No, I'm sorry, December 2013. I had to stop making videos every day because I was making 2 each day, one dedicated to proving my property was there, and then one dedicated to me exposing what I was putting up with there. Sometimes each video was an hour long. It was taking me up to 2.5 hours just to walk out of the area once I got ready for the day, just because of having to make 2 videos every day. Now, in the winter in San Diego, it gets dark out at 5:30, so I had to start freeing up some of my time. So I stopped making a video 2 videos every single day at that area before I left because it was just compromising my schedule too much. But understand, every single day from November 2012 up until at least the first week of December 2013, I was making 2 videos every day at that area, predicting what could happen towards me, concerning me, about me, around me, or against me along my routes for that day, and what could happen to me at that area, and what I was putting up with at that area. Not just by the freaks that they had propped up to hike out next to me to prop them up to harass me, but also by individuals they were propping up on the sidewalk. They were jogging by, walking by, and riding their bikes by, harassing me in the same exact identical way the idiots who propped themselves up to hike out next to me were doing, and along all my routes. In fact, in some of the videos, I literally even stated that they were doing the same exact thing at UCSD. So, let's take a look at this. I can indisputably prove that this Thanksgiving event took place, okay, on Thanksgiving Day 2013 on a sidewalk. I can indisputably prove it. I can indisputably prove who the person was because I caught him on a video file. Okay? The one of the 2, the one that was dedicated to that area. Okay? So let's take a look at this. And I've made videos about this already. When you look at how I was making videos every single day from the aforementioned calendar months and dates, and years, in these videos, practically every day, I was stating what I was experiencing. Them yelling, "Gang stalk, why don't you call the cops on her? Gang stalk, why don't you come and steal her stuff?" 2 separate types of threats while gang stalk is being said. Then this event occurs on Thanksgiving Day, and you clearly hear them say gang stalk together. Then one says gang stalking, and then the same one says gang stalking, I'm going to F you up. A threat while gang stalking is being said. Absolutely. Absolutely. It shows I was telling the truth from the get-go. Now, what really shows I was telling the truth as well is that the guy that said that was one of the 2 came back up in that area after they had moved out to come back to retrieve some stuff that he'd left behind, and he clearly denied it, that the event ever took place. And while he's denying it, he goes, "Be nice." And if you re-listen to this, you'll hear a guy, in fact, I'll just play it again. You'll hear him say, "Be nice," before gang stalk is said. Okay, play it again. Now, you can go to Exposing Truth's Instagram account. So all you got to do is type in Exposing Truth Instagram, and you should be able to look at the videos of audio files and tweets and stuff like that that have been posted to that account. I also have a Twitter account, Exposing Truth, at HIGGINSGGGG. There's been massive amounts of evidence copied and pasted to that Twitter account. Absolutely. So, Fellow American citizens, fellow San Diegoans, fellow Californians, and fellow La Jollans, I'm making this video to basically point out to you right now today some following statements that's going to blow your mind. But before I do, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play you a very small 15-second segment of an audio file of an event that took place towards me in Yucca Valley, California on December 11th, 2012. 11 months before the Thanksgiving event. 11 months before the Thanksgiving event. You hear individuals on a Yucca Valley bus in Yucca Valley, California, which is 160 miles away from where the La Jolla event took place at on Gilman Road, say gang stalk, oh my God, and gang stalking. Now, why did I make this video? Okay, I'm going to play that one more time because I didn't get it to the microphone on the video camera in time. So listen carefully. Oh my God! Now I was already all over the internet before I went to Yucca Valley, exposing how they were getting along. See, part of the reason why they prop these different people up along my route every day to repeat the same exact identical words and phrases every day. Gang stalk, oh my God, gang stalk weird, gang stalk crazy, suck my you know what, is their clever way to let me know that I'm being gang stalked, even using the name of the crime that's happening to me. They figure that all I gotta do is say, well, how can this person be stalking you, Leslie, when they're not doing nothing, or they just got in town, or you say they said this word, but I can't make it out being said on your tape recorder. Bullshit. I'm sure you could make it out. Okay? The point being is this, is that here's the subject matter of this video right now. Now, I will say this though, my battery light is flashing, so if this video stops while I'm in the middle of talking, it's just the way that the day went. Can't do nothing about it, so don't dismiss the relevance of this video. I moved to San Diego from Connecticut. I went to Connecticut from April of 2011 till August of 2011, and then came to San Diego. Hold on a second. So where was I living at before I went to Connecticut? I was living in Michigan. I was gang stalked all over Stamford, Connecticut from the second I arrived. I was even gang stalked on the Greyhound bus and trains going to Connecticut from Michigan. Okay? And gang stalked all over Connecticut until I came to San Diego, and I've been gang stalked along every single one of my routes, every single day, non-stop, including at all areas where I camp at and along all my routes, including even transportation routes, including even riding my bike, literally. Okay, now here's the thing. In Michigan, several blogs were made, okay, hundreds of emails were made, okay, showing how I was being harassed in Michigan, at apartments, specifically, at least 3. Okay, I already know I was gang stalked in more, but I'm referring to 3 in this video. I got hundreds of email files and even statements in certain blogs were made about how they were getting outside my door at all my, at least at these 3 apartments, and constantly repeating, oh my God, why don't you call the cops and get her out of here? Why don't you call the cops? Does she really expect to stay here? Okay, oh my God, and then other crazy stuff. I got over 1,000 audio files of, oh my God, gang stalk being said around me everywhere I go, every single day. Do you really think that's an accident? When this Thanksgiving event occurred, okay, Instagram only allows you to copy, like if it's a video, if you want to make a video, or if you want to transfer an audio from a tape recorder to a video on Instagram, they only allow you to transfer 15 seconds. The event that transpired on Thanksgiving Day 2013 clearly shows this idiot repeatedly saying, oh my God, while before, during, and after them saying gang stalk. Okay? Absolutely. Absolutely. And I was already all over the internet exposing how they were repeating, oh my God, gang stalk, gang stalking. I was already all over the internet exposing it. When I went out to Yucca Valley from that hiking area, okay, It was set along all my routes in the same exact way that it's set out here in La Jolla and around and all over San Diego County in the same exact identical way. It was caught yesterday again at Rouse. It was caught all over UCSD campus every time I went there. And I'm going to tell you something right now. Biomedical library staff at UCSD played a huge role in the gang stalking of me every single time I went in there. And they will lie about it and call me crazy concerning it. You better believe it. I can look you straight in the eye and tell you the truth. Okay? Now, I attempted to report that I was being gang stalked on UCSD campus at least 9 times. Completely ignored every single time, and then they ended up banning me by sending me a letter and giving no reason for the banning. Even though I caught a UCSD library security guard literally admitting that a staged complaint can cause me to be banned. Go to YouTube and type in, let's see, I think the YouTube title is Learning Disabled Woman Catches Library Security Admitting Staged Complaint Can Cause Her to Be Banned, UCSD. Trust me, you'll find it. Okay? So what am I trying to say here? Go to Google and type in interstate stalking and gang stalking. Interstate stalking and organized stalking. When a targeted individual decides to pack up and move because they're being gang stalked and harassed on a feverish scale where they're living at and cannot have no peace or quality of life at their apartment complex, which them occupying vacant apartments at apartment complexes right next to a target is a method of gang stalking that's all over the internet. Even renting adjacent apartments next to a target is all over the internet to be a crime of gang stalking. So if they'll go through and renting adjacent motel rooms. So if they'll go through all that, do you really think that they won't prop people to hike out next to me at hiking areas? Now when he came back down to that to retrieve some property at that hiking area, hold on one second. Later. Now, when he came down to that hiking area to retrieve some property in April of 2014, and I confronted him about the Thanksgiving event, he was denying it up and down the road and acting innocent. And guess what he's doing as he's denying it? He's saying, be nice. You can clearly hear, and I caught it on my phone, on my video, on the video capability on my phone. And then transferred that to a video. There's already a video online concerning it. I just forgot the name of the title of it, but excuse me. So if you go to Google and you type in UCSD and Law Library out of the network and gang stalking, you'll see enough video that the video of that event is probably in there. There's at least 70 videos in that blog, clearly and indisputably showing that I'm being gang stalked. So basically, I'm sorry, I'm looking at a hawk right now. So basically what I'm trying to say is, fellow American citizens, do you really believe that a phone, a tape recorder, can have a mental illness? I don't think so. I don't think so. Especially when these tape recorders, I got over 1,000 audio files of the same exact identical 2AT verbal harassment happening around me every day, everywhere I go. Now, the gang stalking created the homelessness of me, and now I'm being arrested for illegal lodging, but they refuse to investigate the gang stalking of me. So I'm here to introduce you today to your government. The same exact identical crime happened to me almost in the same exact identical 2AT way in Michigan, in Connecticut, okay, and in San Diego. Interstate stalking of gang stalking. That's right. They're literally now arresting me for illegal camping. If I got an apartment tomorrow, I would lose it because of gang stalking. If I got a motel room, I would eventually lose it because of gang stalking or running out of money. Absolutely. So go to Google and type in organized stalking, gang stalking, creating homelessness of targets. Then go to Google and type in gang stalking and police. They'll arrest me for illegal lodging. I'm homeless because of the gang stalking, but they refuse to investigate the gang stalking. Why? Is racketeering, human trafficking, insurance fraud, and illegal syndicated probate control part of these crimes, using the homelessness to gain it? Even using the complaints about being gang stalked to gain it. I don't hear him say gang stalk. Are you crazy? We better put you away for federal, state, and local funds. Racketeering. Do you understand? So, I made this video to inform, to expose the continued truth concerning the factual realities of these horrific criminal realities, so you can then know what your taxpayers' dollars are paying for. Look what's happening to me and the way I gotta live on a daily basis. Wondering, am I gonna be arrested today? Is a law enforcement officer going to act like he's stumbling across me in my HA area or along my routes when I leave one, or leave an area where I might go to meditate at? Google GPS tracking of your cell phone and gang stalking, and then gang stalking and police. They're criminal, lying whores. Absolutely. So, fellow American citizens, sorry, I got a lot of birds and stuff going on around here. So, you know, go to that blog, look in it, and the massive amounts of evidence that's in it is nothing. What I showed you in this video is nothing compared to what's in that blog, and they have hacked into that blog. So if you look at things that might not make complete sense to you, okay, well, let me just get back to that book at the beginning of the video that I made. It was a United States Postal Service worker who stole my rent that made me homeless in Michigan. It's a nationwide syndicate up and operating within every state, county, city, and town in the United States. Absolutely. So, fellow American citizens, to get a bird's eye introduction to the factual reality that this crime has been covered on the news, go to YouTube and type in gang stalking bullying on steroids. Absolutely. Okay, I gotta go. My name is Leslie Williams. I'm predicting I'm going to be arrested in the next 90 days at any HA area. Either that, or assaulted, robbed, raped, or they'll start propping up homeless men to approach me and either assault me or steal my property to provoke me to call the police, or my property will be confiscated, including my bike, where it's locked up at. That way they can say, well, in order to get it back, you got to claim that it's yours, and if it's yours, what was it doing there? The clever schemes of gang stalking achieved through, but not limited to, the illegal GPS tracking of your cell phone, computer, physical stalking and observation, and probably more. All these terms can be Googled and cross-referenced to organized stalking, which can also be called gang stalking. Thank you for listening, everybody. My name is Leslie Williams. I made this video to inform, to expose the truth. I'm being gang stalked all over. Oh, and I'm predicting right now I'm going to be banned from the Law Library on Front Street in San Diego through a falsified complaint incident, both staged, okay? And the North University San Diego Public Library and Ross Grocery Store off of La Jolla Villa Square, and they're definitely going to target my bike. Because think about this, whatever they do that psychologically motivates me to move, they know that I got to carry property with me to move. Now, the mental harassment is where they go after you mentally to wear you out. The physically to wear you out is enduring the homelessness and the constant moving. The only way that I can move carrying the things that I need to carry with me, okay, without it totally exhausting me and wearing me down, is with my bike, because I put the stuff in my basket on my bike, the rack on the back of the bike, and then I use the handlebars to hold the handles of my duffel bag. So they're going to target the bike. They're going to target it for multiple reasons. One, to wear me down, and two, to claim that if you want your bike back, you got to claim it's here. And if you're claiming it's here, what are you doing in the area? Falsified incident reports and police reports. Today's date is July. I had that Yucca Valley thing stuck in my head. July 10th, 2015. And I'm making this prediction right now. Absolutely. Thanks for listening, everybody, and have a great day, okay?